the one thing that scares me is living a life filled with regret. And for me personally, when I was 34 years old, 2 years ago, when I was experiencing a low point in my life, I was reading this book at the time, and I came across what's called the deathbed analogy, right? And this brought tears to my eyes when I was reading it. So I'll share it with you. It's more or less, you on your deathbed, and you know that you lived life in your comfort zone. You know that you didn't strive for more. And now you're feeling those low frequency emotions, right? The regret. And then as you're on your deathbed, you see a 2.0 version of yourself, right? Now, this is literally the 2.0 version. He's done all the things that he wanted to do in life, right? He's left a legacy behind. He's got a partner who loves him by his side. He's got a family. He literally strived for more, right? He operated with purpose. And as you're on your deathbed, your 2.0 version of yourself has a conversation with you, right? And he says to you, why did you give up? You know you could have had this life. You know you could have strived for more. If only you just pushed, if only you just got out of your comfort zone and kept pushing, you would have had this life. And then I looked at myself at that time, and I literally broke down, right? Because, I was at a low point in my life, and I literally envisioned myself on my deathbed and that 2.0 version, right? Me, the 2.0 version of myself talking to me, saying that. And that literally just made me break down. And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to rewrite the next chapter of my life to be a miserable existence. I want to strive for more. I want to build the life that I truly want, right? We only get one chance in life. So ultimately at that point, my life was either going to head in two directions, right? First direction was literally a very average, mundane life. Me trapped in fear. Me being lonely. Me having no partner. Me just working a dead-end job. A job that I didn't like. A job that I didn't enjoy. Or I could rewrite the next chapter of my life. Recreate myself. Build a 2.0 version. Have that purpose. Have a beautiful woman by my side. Create a family. Leave a legacy behind. Live a fulfilling life. And that's what I chose to do, right? I made the conscious decision to do everything in my power to step into that 2.0 version of myself and literally recreate the life that I truly wanted. And I'm so grateful that I made that decision, because now, 2 years later, I'm in the best position of my life. Okay, I've literally recreated myself, not only myself, but also my life. And I'm looking forward to the next 6 months. I'm looking forward to the next 12 months, the next 2 years, the next 5 years. And this is a truly blessed feeling to experience, because when you're operating through that low frequency, your lower self, it's hard to see the light. It's hard to see what's in store for the future. But I just focused literally on building myself, right? Upgrading my character as a man. And slowly, I just kept leveling up, getting 1% better every day, building that momentum. And here I am now, making this YouTube video. I've got a beautiful woman by my side. I've started my own business. Everything's moving in the right direction. It's because I made the conscious decision to do everything in my power to not live a life of regret, because regret scares me. Regret is a comparison of, for me personally, it feels like death. Because I look at life like this, right? We've got one chance at life. Life could be literally robbed from you at any given moment. So why not go all in? Why not take calculated risks? And that's what I want to talk about in today's video, right? Not to live a life of regret. Tomorrow's never promised. And something I want to share with you before we go into this video or this topic. This book, by the way, just want to share this with you. It's one of the best books that I've literally come across, right? It's 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class. And this is written by a mental toughness coach, right? So there's a lot of value to be gained from this book. But there's one line I want to read to you, right? And this really stuck with me. So he says, the most common regret mentioned by residents in nursing homes is, I should have tried more things and taken more risks. And that really stood by me, right? Stuck with me, sorry. Because at the end of the day, do you really want to get to your dying ages, be alone, have no partner, live a miserable existence, understand that you were playing the wrong game in life, that you settled for less, that you could have strived for more? So you got to really understand that life's too short, and being in your 30s, right? You've made the mistakes in your 20s, or you haven't taken action. It's why you're in the position that you're at, and it's okay. But as long as you understand that it's not going to get easier living a mediocre life, so you might as well go all in and create that next chapter of your life. Because if we don't take those calculated risks, we're literally missing out, right? We end up staying stuck in our comfort zones. We don't end up starting that business that we truly want. You know, it might be something that you're really passionate about. For me personally, it's helping other people, right? So I wanted to turn that into a business because that's what I love to do. I love to help people. I like to help them transform their lives. But you might have something that you're interested in, right? You might be working in your job right now, but there's maybe a business that you want to start, but you're having those, limited beliefs, which we'll get into shortly, but more or less, starting a business. Maybe upgrading your career, right? Striving for more, going for a higher position, something that you always wanted to do, but you just don't think that you can get that particular position. Whether it's rebuilding your character, right? Being that role model you always needed, focusing on building the best version of yourself, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Lifestyle, whether it's moving places, you're not happy in the present location that you're in. You might want to move places. You might want to try a different location. Maybe you want to travel the world. Maybe there's certain countries that you want to travel. Maybe it's women, right? You want to experience love with a good woman. You're sick of meeting low-value women. You're sick of being lonely. Maybe there's some hobbies that you're interested in. Maybe you want to learn some sort of combat sports. Maybe you want to learn a language. Whatever it might be, at the end of the day, if you don't take calculated risks, you're only going to live a very mundane, mediocre life. And you're going to end up paying the price when you're at the end, right? And the ultimate price that you're going to pay is regret. And that's going to eat your soul, okay? You're going to end up feeling very miserable. And then when you see people who are, doing well, who are happy, it's going to really bother you. And it's not that you're a bad person. It's just you're someone who's had the wrong belief system engraved in him, right? So understand this. This is what I want you to pay very close attention to. It's literally the cycle that you must break, okay, in order for you to focus on, rewriting that next chapter of your life, taking those calculated risks, stepping out of your comfort zone, okay? Now, it's firstly the negative programming, okay? And this is not your fault. When I say negative programming, these are the inherited beliefs from childhood, okay? So whether that's your parents, whoever was, spending a lot of time with you when you were young, up until, let's say, even now, right? Your social circle, society's programming, right? It's all those people that were around you when you were young up until now have literally engraved those limited beliefs into you, right? And that's shaped your mindset, and it's not your fault. But what you can do is be responsible to break that programming, right? I had to break it myself. I grew up with childhood trauma, with, certain parents who lived in fear. They had a fear mindset, and I also engraved those particular traits as well. So I had to break the programming, right? And that's what I'm going to help you do. Just stay with me. But more or less, that negative programming is the main culprit here, okay? That's what's affecting your mindset. So that negative programming leads to a fear mindset, right? And that fear mindset affects your lens, right? The lens that you view the world out of. And that keeps you stuck. Okay, that keeps you afraid to take any risks in life. You just get complacent. And when you have that fear mindset, it then leads to a negative belief system, right? That's where you have these limited beliefs. I can't do this. What if this doesn't work? I don't think I can get the results. What if they don't hire me? Would they really be interested in me? All these things, right? This is your limited beliefs. And this stems from that negative programming to the fear mindset to then that negative belief system. And when we have that negative belief system, which is absolutely dangerous, right? It's going to destroy the remaining chapter of your life. Being in your 30s as a man, you end up just playing it safe, right? That leads to living a very average life, being complacent. You stay within your comfort zone. You play it safe. And you're literally just avoiding any risks, right? You just want to live that very safe life till the time you die. And that then leads to the last point, which is paying the ultimate price with regret, okay? You're going to be living a very unfulfilling life. You know that deep down that you could have strived for more. You could have done better. You could have achieved more out of life. So you end up feeling very empty inside, right? So you're always now chasing external things to fill that empty void, right? Whether it's materialistic items, whether it's relationships, whatever it might be, you're going to be chasing because you're going to have this empty feeling inside, right? You're not operating with purpose. And that's what happens to a lot of people, right? They end up going through life, not understanding the true meaning of life, being programmed. And it's sad. It saddens me to see this. So that's why I want to provide a solution. Because you can break free from this, right? I was a victim of this programming as well until I broke free. And now I'm no longer part of this, right? Call it whatever you want to call it. The matrix, your programming since childhood, right? Your social circle that you're surrounded with, whatever it might be, right? It's the influence that's been engraved into your programming, right? Which then reflects your mindset. So understand that you must change this. If you want to step outside your comfort zone, if you want to achieve more, if you want to live a life filled with purpose, if you want to leave a legacy behind, if you truly want to achieve your goals, okay, you must make sure that you take full responsibility of destroying the old you, okay? Because the current version of yourself, you're operating on the wrong system, right? Okay, and in order to break that, you got to destroy the old you. You got to get rid of all that programming, all the limited beliefs. And it starts with you focusing on recreating yourself, right? Mentally, physically, and spiritually. All three must be aligned in order for you to leave that old version of yourself in the past and focus on rebuilding a better version of you, right? And you do this, right? You upgrade your character. I like to call it even character construction. You do this through your daily habits, okay? It's all done through action. It's not done by praying and wishing. Like, you can manifest, you can do all these things, cool. But at the end of the day, in order for you to actually rebuild yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually, and I'm only sharing what worked for me, I'm only sharing what I help my clients with, is literally for you to have a daily system that's non-negotiable, right? A daily system from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, right? The early rise that you do, the journaling, the meditating, the gratitude, right? The workout, all these things that you stack up, right? There's more to it, but more or less, if you get the basics underway and you have a daily system, a structure that you follow, you'll be in alignment with your higher self. You'll slowly start to step into the new version of you, right? And you got to understand that the old version of you is not going to get you into the life that you truly want at the end of the day, right? So you need to destroy that old version, kill that old version, right? I had to kill the old version of me because it was affecting me rewriting that next chapter of my life. So understand that you need to do a complete, mindset shift, right? And it starts with you recreating yourself. And as you stack up these daily wins, you build that momentum, just get 1% better each and every day. You slowly will start to get better. You'll slowly start to step into the new version of yourself, right? That 2.0 version of yourself. And what you want to do is shift that mindset from fear and scarcity which is keeping you trapped in your limited beliefs, to love and abundance, which will allow you to strive for more, which will allow you to operate with high frequency, right? Have self-love, gratitude, peace, joy within. Only then will you start to attract the things that you truly desire, because you'll be, operating on that new operating system, okay? And that's when your life truly starts to shift. That's when my life started to shift, right? It literally took me, up to 12 months to figure out how this all works, how this all synchronizes with one another. And I found that blueprint, that exact blueprint that works. And that's why now I help my clients with that, right? I give them the blueprint. They follow the blueprint and they see results. I help them change that operating system, right? Go from a 1.0 version of themselves to a 2.0 version of themselves. Within 6 weeks, their life completely changes, right? And I'm not making anything up. I'll be doing a video very soon with the clients that I'm helping currently right now, but more or less understand that you must step into that new self by focusing on that daily system. That's what's going to get you there. And once you have this positive belief system, right? You go from that limited belief system where I can't do this, what if, to I've got this. I want that. I'm going to go get that. Failure's not an option. I'm going to strive. If I hit some roadblocks, I'm going to get up. I'm going to learn valuable lessons and keep pushing, right? Your self-esteem goes up because you're showing up for yourself with your daily system, which is literally your personal development routine, unleashing your hidden potential, that you literally start to want more out of life. Doors start opening. You become more confident. You start respecting yourself a lot more. You don't tolerate low value behavior, right? You only want more out of life. And that's literally when you start stepping into that 2.0 version of yourself, man. And I'm telling you, that's when your life completely changes, right? So this is exactly what worked for me. I went from someone who was addicted to drugs, who was going through a nasty breakup. His business was collapsing. He didn't have any good role models in his life. I lost friendships. So I was at a very low point. I was 34 years old and I had to do everything to rewrite that next chapter because the next chapter wasn't looking good, the direction it was heading, right? So I went all in. I took responsibility. I didn't blame anyone. I removed that victim mindset and I stepped into a growth mindset. I stepped into that love and abundance mindset. And that's when my life truly started to shift. So I want you to pay very close attention to this, right? When you have your funeral, right? Even when I have my funeral, like, imagine what people are going to say about you, right? Me personally, when those that love me, right? Or whoever's at my funeral at the time, when that time comes, I want them to be like, Dimmy went all in. He literally changed people's lives. He strived for more out of life. He left a legacy behind. He was a good role model to his children, to his partner, to those who needed him. He was literally a go-getter. He didn't settle for less. He wasn't complacent. This is what I want people to think when I go, right? This is how you can leave your legacy behind. Rather than having a funeral where there's not many people there, you die alone. Do you really want to live a life like that, right? So just think about it. That programming that you've inherited, you can break this, you can change this. As I said to you, it's what I help my clients do, right? My client today that I was having a coaching call with, he literally told me, he's like, dude, I can't believe that you literally helped me remove 10 years of programming in 6 weeks. Do you know what I'm saying? So 10 years of programming, limited beliefs, to now free, now in control of his life, now operating with high frequency, now having a good relationship with his partner. All these things are shifting in his life. He's just attracting more and more. And people can see that his life is completely changing, right? So look, at the end of the day, I want you to not live a life of regret because life's too short. I don't want you to think that you're going to live forever, right? Maybe you've only got 5 years left. Maybe you've got 10, 20, 30, who knows? But tomorrow's never promised. So why not focus on striving for more? Focus on achieving more in life. Because you know deep down that you're worthy of this. You know deep down that you can achieve this. God wants you to be the best version of yourself. He wants you to be that role model, not only in your own life, but help those around you, right? Because when you start doing good, those closest around you start winning. But I know right now you're not where you want to be, and it's okay, but you must take full responsibility to now be aware of what I discussed in this video, right? Break that programming, focus on rebuilding yourself, recreating the best version of you, right? Killing that old version of you. Because once you kill that old version, only can the new version arise. So once you do this, this is when you start to design the life that you truly want, right? And time is something that you can't buy back, right? Time is very valuable. So being in your 30s as a man, you want to make sure that you rewrite this next chapter properly, right? Because magically, things are not going to fall in your lap. If you're waiting for that perfect moment to happen, I'm telling you right now, and this is from personal experience, it's never going to happen, right? The position that you're in today, if you don't make the conscious decision to make the right shift, you're only going to be living the next 10 years exactly where you're at today, right? And imagine you only had 10 years left to live. Do you really want to play it safe? Do you really want to be in your comfort zone? Think about it. So look, man, I'm going to end this video here. Hope you got some sort of value from this. If you need help destroying that old version of yourself, rebuilding a new version of yourself, mentally, physically, and spiritually, living a life filled with purpose, you want to build that purpose as a man. You want to strive for more. You no longer want to settle for less. You want to experience these high frequency emotions, right? Self-love, peace, gratitude, love and abundance. Shift that mindset completely. Start attracting the things that you truly desire. It starts with your character, right? Forget goals, forget anything like that. If the character is not where he needs to be, you're not going to ever achieve those goals, right? And that's more than likely why you don't achieve goals, is because you're not that character. You need to upgrade the character, the program, the internal program that you have in order to tackle those goals, in order to achieve the things that you truly want in life, right? So if you need that help, if you're ready to make that change, if you've got that desire to make that change, click the link down below. You can book a free call with me and I'll see if you're the right fit, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't just bring anyone into my program. You need to have a desire to make that change. This is the only way it's going to work. So if you have that desire, click the link down below. But look, man, I hope you got some sort of value from this. I hope you take what I'm saying seriously. Just know that you can make that change. You have that power within you, right? It's all about tapping into that. It's all about destroying the old you. So if you liked this video, you're new to my channel, give it a like. Please hit the subscribe button. It really helps me, keep making more valuable content. Only if you resonate with me. This is what I like to do. Yeah, just keep talking from the heart, sharing what works. And I just want to continue to, bring out the best in others, who want to rewrite that next chapter of their life, who don't want to settle for less. I just speak about all the mistakes that I've made, that I've overcome, and I share it through this YouTube channel, So look, please share your comments as well. They're very important. I always read every single comment, and I'm always going to reply to every single comment to help anyone who needs some advice, who's stuck in life, right? I've been there. I've walked your shoes before. So I'll share your side of the story. I'd love to hear it. But look, man, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.